as it is, it's 18-10.
And probably Stuart Donlan, the coach, would have said, and let's not forget that it was just an error that had popped up right into Callum Watkins' hands, raced away. They could have been on level terms, but they know that they've got to sort out their defence out wide, especially the combination between the centres and the wingmen. We saw in that first try for Ryan Hall that Ryan McGoldrick, he came right out of the defensive line. You cannot afford to do that. Just offer Leeds a gift.
Well, Burrow was the dummy half. Here goes Darryl Griffin. Griffin's on both sides of the fence tonight. Darryl Griffin, the England international, his younger brother, of course, on the wing. 21, Josh Griffin. And here's a knock-on that Castleford have forced. Brent Webb doesn't believe the decision's gone against him. He rarely does actually agree with anything the referees give against him. But it's lost, no question.
Yeah, he lost control of it. It's a knock-on. It's as simple as that. And yeah, he likes a shake of the head, doesn't he, the New Zealander Brent Webb? Having a fine season, though.
Arms round. Stay! Out!
Well, 10 minutes into the second half, and Salford are home and hosed against the London Broncos, I think. It's now a question of how many, 32-0. That's a great win for Salford. It's a very disappointing night for London Broncos. Here goes Darrell Clark, whose try sparked the revival. Now it's Jake Emmett.
Remember, it was the 2 runs from the substitute, Lee Mitchell as well, number 17. He's just utilised as a dummy there that got them into a good position. Can they do it again?
Nice passing wide, and it is Youngquist who is bundled into touch on that far side. Good defence, slapping on the backs from all the Leeds defenders here. A foot in touch anyway, so it never has been given.
Good work by Ben Jones-Bishop. The sliding defence used to near perfection there, but getting very, very close. It's something that they needed, a pretty good start. Now they've got to get their defence. They've got to try to force the error, but mainly keep Leeds way back in their own red zone.
Interesting to note that Kevin Sinfield, the Leeds captain tonight, is inching towards becoming the greatest point scorer in the club's history. Lewis Jones scored 2,920 points. Sinfield, prior to tonight, 2,883. Jones, captain of the first ever title-winning side in '61. This fellow, he has captained 5 championship-winning sides in the last 8 years. Great, great servant to the club. So too was Lewis Jones, of course. Ooh, risky business underneath their own sticks by Castleford.
That's an unbelievable kick, the fare they got, the distance. He almost forced a goal line dropout. I think he kicked it from his own half, didn't he?
Certainly did, but I'm not so sure that this was a good idea by Richard Owen, who also picked up an injury after he'd offloaded that ball.
He did seem to tell Griffin it was on its way.
And just a slight limp. Well, that would be a huge blow to the Tigers if the fullback Richard Owen had to leave the field of play. His trainer says he's A-OK. Should be a pass here, and it's a bad one. It was on.
And Leeds have it back, though. Watkins still not tackled. He is now.
Well, a golden opportunity there for the centre, Kirk Dixon, to go flying through. Just couldn't get it. Rangi Chase had pulled in the defence. The gap was there.
Do you think, though, Rangi just over-eggs it a bit? Do you think he delays the pass and shows it and goes and then gives it, and the last guy's not waiting for it, not ready? Anyway.
It's a lack of confidence.
Oh, here's a chance.
Turned the other way now.
And away they go with Josh Griffin. Has Griffin got the legs? I think he has.
He sure has. He'll go towards the sticks as much as he can.
Josh Griffin, 6 tries before tonight. Only Josh Charnley with 7 of Wigan has got more. They're now level at the top of the Stobart Super League try-scoring charts. And Josh Griffin has turned defence into attack. There was nobody home for Leeds. He went the full length of the pitch. And having gifted Leeds possession deep in their own half, Griffin strikes the other end, and they're really in it now.
It certainly is, and it just could not be taken there. And Griffin certainly picked it up, tit for tat. Remember, Callum Watkins had a race away with the mistake by the Tigers. On this occasion, it's Griffin, bounces straight through. Webb tries to put the centre away, but Zach Hardacre, Webb's pass was just going behind Hardacre, and he was cruising. Maybe if he could have just put on the gas a little bit more before Kevin Sinfield arrived, he may have made it somewhat easier for Kirk Dixon to add the extras.
No, this is a big kick. Big kick from Dixon. Oh, he's pushed it, he's tried to draw it back, but it's gone the wrong side of the post, and that's 2 he's missed. And the gap now is only 4 points. Kicks those 2, obviously, they're level. They're not, it's 18-14.
It's all about the errors and taking advantage of it. You see there that Hardacre, the ball's just going behind him. Brent Webb, a little bit too strong with the pass. But I must say, he eased off. He could have got there further towards the sticks and made the chance for Kirk Dixon, of which he missed the conversion. That could be vital.
Well, isn't it amazing how sometimes this game provides you with an opportunity to do something special? We sort of were a little bit critical of the tackle on Ryan Hall, weren't we, in the first half? And yet, all of a sudden, ball's in your hand, you've got an opportunity to run 100 metres and score a try. And I agree with you, Steve. I think he probably did ease off a little bit. But again, Kevin Sinfield did come across on the angle. He might have been able to improve it ever more, a little bit slight, and provide a slightly easy kick for Kirk Dixon.
Well, it could prove vital. Oh, that's a bad pass. And Lee Mitchell couldn't get it in, and now it's the Rhinos. Well, nerves, is it? I don't know, but there's plenty of errors out there at the moment.
This is Rob Burrow. By the way, we have eyes and ears all over the country tonight, and apparently there were some audio problems during our half-time break. We apologise for that. I hope and trust that you are hearing us loud and clear all over the country now. Here is Maguire. Finds Webb. They're attacking down this left side again. This time the ball sticks with Hardacre. Then he loses it because he packed it inside, and no one was reading the script.
Nathan Massey was. Well, it's very rare you see a Leeds outfit just sort of panic, trying to offload in impossible situations. They normally just slow things down, and why not when you got the likes of Sinfield and Maguire, Rob Burrow.
Because they want to stress you defensively. Now, they haven't scored points, but I'll tell you what, that's not just a physical, but it's a mental drain when they're passing the ball at pace and coming at you so quickly. And as the time goes on, that does have a fatigue factor here on the Castleford Tigers. They will continue to pass the ball both wide to the left and right, and the Tigers' defence will have to be better than it's been the last 48 minutes.
Here's Chase. He finds Richard Owen. Goes up high off the boot of Owen. Ben Jones-Bishop safely underneath that.
But it just shows you that no pressure was applied, and really, he had plenty of time to get a better kick, and that's got to be a grapple. And that's silly play. You work hard to apply the pressure. And Ryan McGoldrick there has just completely given away Leeds 30 and 40 metres downfield. Lack of concentration.
It's not the best from McGoldrick's 7th season here. Only one appearance in the centres in 2011, but he's centres in all of them so far this year. Salford home and hosed in their match here. This has got a lot more to run, you fancy, as Clarkson takes it forward.
Well, Leeds are utilising their fullback Brent Webb on nearly every occasion down on this left-hand side. He's turning into more of a ball handler and creator.
Peacock standing.
A little bit more running from this fella, Rob Burrow. Create a bit of panic.
10 metres away from the Castleford line. Burrow. And the runner came on his shoulder. It's a good run too from Ablett, is it?
I think Griffin.
Or is it Griffin?
Still got it. Play the ball. Play the ball on the line.
Yeah, Griffin it was. He plays it to Burrow. Fires the pass to Maguire. Slides the kick in. Ball has come back again. A right muzzle there on the Castleford line. And it's Dixon who came up with the possession. And Trying to run over the top of Burrow.
Great effort, but at least Leeds have camped down. Have not come up with the error. On the last 3 occasions when they've tried to get that attack going, come up with a mistake. The Tigers get through. That's better defence. Oh, that's a high shot. And again, lack of concentration. And Darrell Griffin doesn't like the idea. I think you'll find he's gone high over the shoulder.
Well, Steve Snitch felt that.
Well spotted by James Kyle, the referee. Little doubt about it. Bit of a fatal.
You sense from here, or I certainly do up in the commentary box, that Leeds are trying to lift to another level, and this is a massive challenge now for the Castleford Tigers to see whether they're capable of doing the same thing. I know that they've got possession and they're only 4 points behind, but Leeds are asking them to play this game harder and faster than it's been played so far, and there's a big question whether the Tigers can do it.
Snitch will play the ball. Here is Danny Orr. Now it's Lee Mitchell. 11 minutes of the second half gone. Just the 1 try to Castleford. 4 points in it. And Chase, good ball.
Well, at the moment, Brent Webb is staying in the line. There's no one there at fullback. Little chip over is definitely on.
Massey goes down. Tackle number 3. Quick play the ball. Darrell Clark again.
Yeah, he's got it. Quick thinking from Darrell Clark.
Not standing square.
Not square.
And that's brought about by good common sense. They're on the back foot. It's amazing to think that all that build-up by the Tigers, the Leeds fullback Brent Webb was nowhere to be seen. He was in the first line of defence. Whether that's a tactic, I'm not so sure.
Here's Steve Snitch for Castleford. Taking Griffin and Delaney a little bit closer to the line, then forced back by Webb. Danny Orr comes wide and finds McGoldrick, who cuts in field, skipping over the would-be challengers, straightening it up and then going down. It's a glorious opportunity, this, for Castleford.
Don't lock him in! Don't lock him in!
Clark waits, gives the pass to Orr. Orr then finds Chase. Chase delayed, gave it to Richard Owen.
Line, wait.
Chase, the man of steel, barking the instructions just behind the play the ball. There he is. Gives it to Mitchell.
Maybe a solo from Clark yet again. He snatched one in the first half.
Clark finds Chase. Chase back on the inside. And it's Steve Snitch who is just held up short by Webb. Great strength from the Leeds fullback. Clark again. Chase stabs the kick in. Hangs forward. And Danny Orr thought there was 4 points beckoning, and just tapped it too hard.
Just a little bit too strong, wasn't it, from Chase? He couldn't get to it, Danny Orr. But this really is turning into a real tough battle between two good sides that are really bashed each other in the forwards.
Well, you can see that second half possession split, almost 60% for the Tigers. It really is bringing them back into the game. They're giving themselves a chance here, Eddie, of really narrowing the gap and certainly possibly scoring next. But the Rhinos are the World Cup champions and they can strike within a millisecond.
Yes, they can. Delaney here will get to his feet and play it to Burrow. Burrow finds Maguire. There's a hole opened up for Maguire. It's still going. Couple of tackles missed there, and Maguire looking to offload. Mitchell gets to him in the end.
Brilliant work from little Rob Burrow there.
Last tackle here for Leeds. The kick crossfield from Sinfield. Oh, knocked on. Back to then Jones Bishop, and another 6 to go for the Leeds Rhinos here. Watkins is waiting. Gives it to Luluai. All hands to the pump for Castleford.
Wonderful defence there.
Ablett. Sinfield, Webb. Peacock. Looking to slip the pass.
Got to watch on the blind side of Castleford.
Burrow waits 10 metres away. Maguire gives it then to Jay Pitts. Wonderful defence again from Castleford. Can they hang on here? Burrow finds Maguire. Quick hands. Webb trying to go inside, out the back door. Maguire again. Maguire! Danny Maguire! Can he slip it to Zach Hardacre? Yes, he can! Hardacre! He's held up. It's fantastic defence.
Clark got underneath. Sensational tackle.
Leeds still not done though. Peacock underneath the sticks. Down he goes. Can Castleford
Sensational. Absolutely outstanding there from the Tigers. And the positional sense of Richard Owen when that kick came through. Look at this anticipation.
Well, now it's time for the Tigers to roll those sleeves up and try and get the ball up the other end.
Well, it's one thing to be able to attack a line, but it's another one to be able to defend a line. And Castleford there have just shown the confidence that they've gained from the score line, 18-14. They want to defend their line now because I think they feel that they need to be next to score. They want to score the next points. They want to put pressure on Leeds.
Lungy Chase has gone for a 40-20, but Ryan Hall was back there to stop that possibility. Runs it back strongly. This Castleford side is transformed from what they saw here last week against Wigan.
Certainly have, and I must say that Leeds realised that the likes of Danny Maguire have got to come up with something pretty special to break it. Really has upped the tempo in this second half. But I just have a funny feeling that Maguire is in that mood to produce something. He loves playing on this ground.
Here's Sinfield. Webb. Short ball then from Webb. It's Ian Kirk, I think. Or is it Delaney? Delaney it is. Ablett's on Burrow's shoulder, but he saw to it in the shape of Oliver Holmes. He couldn't get the ball away. Maguire will hoist this. It's one for Hardacre to chase. They've let the ball bounce. It's a 20-metre restart. They took the gamble, Castleford. It's come up for them.
Did it ever? It looked at one point that Josh Griffin was going to go for it, but they didn't. Got to be careful now, Leeds. Don't give away a silly penalty.
I can't believe the endeavour here and the enterprise now from this Castleford side. And it's as if this is the last game of the season and they have to win it to make the playoffs. They're throwing everything they possibly can. It's a solo carry, it's maybe a desperate one. They're certainly taking the game to the Rhinos.
They are, and here they come with Owen. And he finds McGoldrick. Griffin's on his outside. Oh, the pass wasn't the best. And Maguire has picked it up. And there was a slap on the face there from Brett Ferris. It's not penalised, though.
A golden opportunity there. Maguire gets up and says, surely that should have been a penalty. Get on with it. We said it was going to be rough and tough, and boy, I'm enjoying every single minute. I'm sure you people are watching on TV. Definitely got him. Went for the second hit as well.
Webb gets the ball away. Here is Delaney again. He's all over the pitch at the moment, Brett Delaney. 44-6, London at least on the board at Salford.
Move forward.
Burrow waits the dummy half for Leeds. Finds Peacock. Peacock, he's got the arm free. Couldn't get the ball away though.
Will they kick early? Sinfield wants it.
Sinfield gets it. Attacks the line, short ball, gets it to Jay Pitts. He goes down. This rigorous and vigorous Castleford defence. Now then, Maguire stabs the ball to the in-goal area. He's lost it then to Griffin, and Millington to the rescue.
It bobbled about. What a mess. Shakes his head in disbelief. Beautifully weighted kick from Maguire. Now you can see the wing and said, oh dearie me, Millington. Not often you find a prop forward hanging around. This is one place to loiter that gets your team out of a lot of... Prop forward to the rescue.
Third goal line dropout that Leeds have forced in this match. And running repairs needed for Brett Ferris in back play.
That'll be one thing that the Leeds coach, Brian McDermott, will be very, very pleased about, because he knows for the first time in the second half that they are applying strong pressure for a good amount of time. Luluai hits the brick wall.
He does. It was a great dropout though from Dixon. Got a bit of height on it, got length on it as well into Leeds half. Here's Peacock. Snitch gets to him, so too does Millington and Lee Mitchell. Burrow is bouncing around the dummy half. He gives the ball then to Sinfield. Oh, went without it, Sinfield. Knock on.
Just a little bit too fancy.
Phil, what's the stats saying now? What are they telling us?
Well, we're about the hour mark, aren't we, here? And it's still saying that really, because of the fact that the numbers we've crunched, really, that Leeds will still win this game here by 12 points. At the moment, they're 4 in front. We perhaps could counter the interception that Josh Griffin had to have that, but at the moment, the stats are saying one thing. The spirit amongst the Castleford side is one thing that obviously our computer can't take into account, and I don't think I've seen them play with this sort of spirit for a long time.
Okay, heads in, heads in, heads
Only
in.
4
heads
points in it. We approach the hour mark. 20 minutes remaining for this game to be won and lost.
Well, we just mentioned the fact that Leeds coach McDermott would have been pleased with the way they've 3 dropouts, got the extended pressure, and then they've come up with the error. Most unusual, especially from the skipper Kevin Sinfield, probably the safest pair of hands in Super League. The big problem for the Tigers is that they're getting possession, but they're not getting pretty near the Leeds line.
Millington gets the ball away. Danny Orr weaves a little bit of magic up the middle. Oh, he's lost it. He's lost it, Danny Orr. He's furious. He says the ball was stolen.
The hand is on the ball. He's allowed to be on the ball, but doesn't pull up the ball. He doesn't pull up the ball, in my opinion, Danny.
Well, neither side appear to want to get that, and it certainly was.
The decision's gone.
Lulawai, to my mind, at the hand-in.
Time off.
And that's the reason why Danny Orr was saying that, well, you've been kidded, ref. Shakes his head, disbelief. I don't think we'll find Leeds rushing this scrum.
No, maybe not, but I thought the referee's explanation there was he's allowed to have the hand on the ball as long as he doesn't pull at it in the tackle. So I'm not quite sure that I saw the same thing that the referee said, but I think Danny Orr a little bit unlucky there.
Well, if he didn't have to play the ball, he'd be penalised. So what's the difference? It's interpretation yet again, confusing.
We see the league leaders tomorrow, Warrington. They're at Bradford, 5:30, Sky Sports 1 HD. We'll be live at Odsal tonight. We're live at the Probus Coliseum, and we're watching a real tussle between the Castleford Tigers, homespun Tigers against the City Slickers from Leeds. And here is Jay Picks for the Rhinos, the World Club champions.
It's been a wow of a game, wasn't it? A big second row of pits.
He's played well from the start while he's been on. Sinfield dinks it over the top. Andy Chase to the rescue.
And
Takes the tackle.
He was in a good position, but you just got the impression there, Eddie, when he took that ball, that there was not a lot of energy left in his legs.
Things in rugby league, Eddie, we know is get near your opponent's line, you've got a better chance of scoring. Leeds have been down the Castleford end 3 times as often in that 20-metre strip of land where so many tries are scored. Leeds have been down there, but the fantastic defence from Castleford 3 times as often in this second half, without putting on the points on the board.
You just wonder how much that defence is taken out of the Tigers.
There's a few looking tired out there. Now then, Webb has gone deep. Will they go for the chip over the top? No, it's a long one. It's bouncing.
And Ben Jones-Bishop pouches it securely. Oh, and away he goes! Lazy defence then. He's got Webb in support. Good job that Richard Owen was there. Now then, Leeds through Brent Webb. They're being told not to panic. Just take your time. Here comes Sinfield. Castleford on the back foot.
And that is the word, panic. Ben Jones-Bishop, okay, made a great run, but he knew it was important for them to just camp down there.
Here's Webb, who issued the instruction. There's Hardaker. Here's Ryan Hall, who will get the hat-trick, Ryan Hall. And Richard Owen is playing merry heck with somebody over there. But Ryan Hall gets his 6th try hat-trick. He got 5 tries once upon a time against Castleford way back in 2009. This is his 6th hat-trick, his 2nd against Castleford then.
Well, a kick, it hit terra firma, but Ben Jones-Bishop in a good position. This was poor defence. We mentioned the fact that they're looking a little bit tired, and that was a tired attempt. But fair play to the youngster. Jones-Bishop did not panic. He knew how important it was to keep possession. Webb, who has been joining the 3-quarter line so many times tonight. And the last pass goes to the hat-trick man. Great play. Hardaker serves Ryan Hall. It's a hat-trick yet again for the big fella. Being classified now as Ryan Hall as one of the best wingers, not only in this country but in the world, and why not? Your mind drifts back to last 4 Nations. He was sensational there, scored absolutely wonderful tries, and he's on hand tonight to come up with another hat-trick.
And it's his 7th try we've just seen in the past 3 games for Ryan Hall. Now then, Kevin Sinfield, his boot has been magic tonight. This for 2 more points. Perhaps this for the victory. He's a kicker and a half, isn't he? Outstanding kick from Sinfield. Great try from Hall. Great try from Leeds, 24-14.
And I'm sure Ryan Hall would want to give some credit to Ben Jones-Bishop, the other winger on the other side of the field, who helped to get the momentum of this going. People talk about the best athletes, football players, rugby players, having snake hips, being able to change the direction of the hips so quickly, and that's what he did. When you look back at what got him the break, it was the fact that he changed his body positioning so quickly that the defenders were confused which way he was going to go. And Brian McDermott, I think, will be happy. He's got 2 accurate and dangerous, deadly finishes on the wings.
Absolutely, 2 tremendous players on the flanks. Oh, hello. He's lost that.
It's a knock-on.
Kylie Luluai lost it in the first challenge, and Castleford suddenly get excited again.
We're not out of it as well, and the prop forward knows that he's put his team under a lot of pressure. It does really irritate me at times that the big fellas, they trundle the ball up and they make the first impact with the ball carrying arm. The chances of being dislodged are very high indeed.
Handling errors all square at 10 apiece, but on the scoreboard where it counts, Leeds ahead by 10 points. Quarter of an hour remaining, back to time. If Castle would score here, who knows? They're trying.
2, move! Hold on the line!
Dixon to his feet. Great search for the line. Almost so close.
Danny Orr is standing deep. He's coming off Rangi Chase, is he?
There's Chase, there's Orr, and there's Millington, and the ball flicks off the shoulders of Orr. Back it goes to Chase again. Oh, he thought about another offload there. Thought better of it. 10 metres away. It's Richard Owen.
Can't get it down. Oh, yes! It looks like as Griffin got it.
Oh, it's a knock-on. He's not even reverted upstairs. Griffin. Owen thought he got the pass away and Griffin had touched down, but the referee was perfectly placed to view all this. And he's right. It was actually, I think, Danny Maguire who got a hand in it.
It was, yeah. Boy, that was a close call. Great work, full-back Owen, linked through, got the overlap, got the offload, but Danny Maguire came to the rescue there at the most important moment. Yep.
It wasn't a hand, it was a foot.
Sheer weight.
Hardaker. Zach Hardaker, there's a ton of support. Burrow, but he's cut down immediately. Important tackle that was. Could have been a penalty there.
Great work and tackle from Danny Orr, wasn't it?
I think, was it Griffin who was the tackler on, or was it Milner? Or, anyway, it doesn't matter who it was. This is Peacock. It was a tremendous tackle that stopped him.
It certainly was. It just calm it down. That's what Brian McDermott, the Rhinos coach, was saying.
It was Danny Orr.
We just got to keep them there, and that is too strong.
So Danny Orr, a certain try-saver on Burrow.
It was a game saver as well, wasn't it? With that 10-point gap, another score for Leeds and the game's all over. But with 10 points, there's still some hope and belief. Probably more hope than belief at the moment for the Castleford supporters. But if they can magic another try, it'd be a dangerous side on their own ground here going into the last 10 minutes. Here's the try-saving tackle. Oh, bang! Get that down.
Yeah, he's got through a lot of work, hasn't he? The old stager, Danny Orr, 33 years of age, and still producing the goods at top level. There he is again.
Finds McGoldrick. Tell you what, the world champions know they've been in a scrap tonight.
They knew it wasn't going to be easy, Eddie, and full credit to this Tigers outfit. They're not out of it yet. They can come up with a try now. Really will be tense in the final minutes.
There's Milner at dummy half. He finds Rangi Chase. Just drifts the kick over the top.
Good positioning though by the winger, Ben Jones-Bishop.
Mitchell is there to hold any charge up the other end.
Well, this is where they've got to find the energy again. Castle have got to search for an error now. They've got to force Leeds into error. That's not great defence.
No, it's tired, isn't it? It's fatigue, that.
Yeah, no one going low. All trying to go for the chest and the arms, and it's just basic football now from the Rhinos. That's all they need, and they know it. They know they've got a good kick and chase game, and gets them out of a lot of trouble.
And this tackle count doesn't look very healthy from the Castleford point of view either, does it? You just saw it there. They've missed 18. Peacock short ball finds the skipper, Sinfield. He's grounded on halfway on the last. Will Maguire do the kick here? No, Burrow will from dummy half. Just dumps it downfield. It's a good kick, though.
Brilliant. He knew exactly what was needed. Oh, that's a back pass to Owen. And he gets slammed up. Oh.
Well, if they do want to get back into the game, they're going to have to do it rather spectacularly, aren't they? The 80, 90-metre efforts, and that's, I suppose, the lesson that Leeds have learned in their years to become the most successful side in this Super League. Make life hard for your opponents if you're in front with 10 to go.
Now then, they need to come up with something different, and maybe the chip over the top. We keep saying it, but Rangi Chase, Danny got the factor. Webb is very deep.
Still three.
Well, that ball has gone loose. Picked up by Millington. Now Millington going to make a name for himself, is he?
Quick play the ball, that's what he needed. They're hanging around him.
Chase misses out. Two goes behind them. They have to apply the brakes, and Ferris reacted positively. It's the last tackle, though. They've lost a bit of momentum there. All with the kick.
40. Give 10, Ryan.
And well, I think that's just a measure of how much these players have worked in this, because Hardaker was not particularly interested. He just allowed that to go over his head.
It's been played at
drop on the deck.
It's been played at a hectic pace, Eddie. I mean, it's not surprising that a lot of these players are out on their feet. This has been a wonderful, wonderful game.
There's still plenty of time, though. I mean, 9 minutes is still plenty of time to win or lose a rugby league match. And even though the Leeds Rhinos, to me, have been in control for most of this game, and Castle has certainly come back and threatened them at different times, you're only an error or two away from losing a game. At the same time, you're only one brilliant play away from winning it. And Leeds are capable of certainly going down the other end of the field and scoring more points. And you get the feeling that they might just have that in them, particularly with a penalty now that's going to put them in good field position and be able to apply more pressure.
Well, the whole line says James Child was offside then, and you can't really argue when you see that picture.
No, Kirk Dixon, the centre, way out in front. And it was quick thinking by the fullback Brent Webb. And I think Webb's had his best game for quite some time. He's linked into the three-quarter line. He's been so efficient. The defence has been solid.
Griffin takes it up the middle, legs pumping.
Move, line.
Salford have beaten London 44-12 here. We're about 6, 7, 8 minutes away from finding out who are going to be the victors. At the moment it's Leeds Rhinos who are in control, but here's Maguire. Now it's with Webb. And Webb, oh, that was knocked by Hardaker. Hall picks it up. This time the knock-on is given.
Well, Brian McDermott will be furious.
Just a scrum out.
24-14 in front. They don't have to play catch-up football. They're in front, they're leading, they've got it all under control. Pass was okay, he was put under pressure. I'll give him credit there. It was McGoldrick that got right into his face, but all they had to do was put the kick in.
Well, a little kick through, or perhaps even Brent Webb just show the ball and have a little go himself was another option. I think that's where the frustration showed on Brent Webb's face. He's realised he probably didn't take the right option there, and of course it's compounded with a turnover, which does give Castleford possession now, albeit they've got to go 80 metres from here to score.
Do they have it in them to go the 80 minutes?
Well, it certainly needs some brilliance to get past the Leeds defence, who really have been strong tonight at times, and great work there. Jay Pitts, big game, hasn't it?
He has. This is Ferris. Last tackle here for Castleford. Chase. off the outside of the boot behind Ryan Hall, but Hall gets it at the second attempt, then finds Webb, and Webb, we saw a gap and went for it there. Let's get down to Bill quickly.
Big moment coming up for young Liam Hood, who's just getting stripped in the dugout. I thought he was going to miss his chance because they had him out on the sidelines. He was just about to come back on and then told him to go back and sit down. Well, he's been back in the dugout, and now the young man, 20 years of age, Liam Hood, former Bradford School sprint champion, with some tired players out there. This could be the man to take full advantage of that.
That ball was stolen, 2 in the tackle.
Sheer frustration now from the Tigers. They realise that, and there's a youngster. Just had a little bit of a pull of the football. Trying their damnedest from the front forward, Jake Emmett. They know that time is against them.
Now this Liam Hood, who has the ball here, restarts. We really have high hopes of him.
Have a run from dummy half. Go on.
He's on the bench tonight, so much so that Paul McShane, who has been wearing number 9 all year, played in the under-20s earlier. There he is, Hood. He make a name for himself. Maguire, drop of the shoulder. It was inevitable. Maguire would score because he has done it to Castleford so many times, on so many occasions, and Danny Maguire gets his customary try against the Castleford Tigers. He has played against them 17 times previously, 21 tries, that's 22 tries in 18, and that's the dozen here on this ground.
Sensational. 2 steps against a very tired outfit, but that's what quality players can do. Give them half a chance, and boy, it's fantastic to see this guy back into top form, international class. And that certainly was out of the top draw, and Danny Maguire, as Eddie has already mentioned, he just absolutely loves playing on this pitch, and that seals it. A little bit of a scare for quite some time by the Tigers. They can feel very, very proud of their effort against this World Championship side.
Yeah, but it's still the 4th consecutive defeat for Castleford. Harsh after a performance like this, but stats tell the tale, and 30 points to 14. The champions have won it. Ryan McDermott will be pleased with the night's work. It has been a real workout, though. Castleford have taken it to the limit.
And it's proved, Eddie, that at times Leeds, okay, they went through a period with about 50. Oh, that's not going to make it. That's way short. That's a penalty.
Well, it only went about 2-3 metres. They have to try something, obviously. Yeah. Frustration for the Castleford Tigers supporters.
What I was mentioning is the fact that, okay, Leeds went through a little bit of a tricky period midway through this second half, but the quality and the experience of the players, it just settled things down and then leave the skill factor from Maguire to finish him off.
The 3 Musketeers are waiting for Super League extra time. Oh, has Liam Hood come up with a try in his debut?
Yeah.
I think he has, you know.
Well, we said have a go on your own, youngster, and boy, are they absolutely delighted. It shocked everybody. Nobody knew. It was a quick tap and bang, straight into it. Well, what a start for this youngster.
Cheers.
It was a poor kick-off. It allowed them to get the ball way downfield. And boy, will he remember this.
Tony, you go shot.
Inside, nobody looking, through the dummy, straight in, well done.
And that's why they think so highly of him at Headingley. Such quick thinking and from a 20-year-old.
And was he short?
Was he short?
That could have been a double movement. But I think, in all fairness, and I think he'll have a little grin to himself and say, well, I was an inch short, but I just squeezed it in. It doesn't matter. It's in the scorebooks. He's made history. He will never, ever forget that.
And there won't be many substitutes who'll come on for their Super League debut and score within 2 minutes. I think it was his first touch, was it?
Well, he passed it a couple of times from behind the play of the ball.
Half, hadn't he?
But isn't it great to see quick thinking, though?
And he adds yet another 2 points, Kevin Sinfield. 36-14. Well, it's a lopsided scoreline now. The Castleford Tigers don't deserve that. But Liam Hood, well, this will be his DVD to cherish, but
Double movement.
he was short.
Certainly is, yeah.
Stay on side.
Cheeky hooker.
Griffin will drive the ball forward. It's all over now as far as the Leeds Rhinos are concerned. Good win for them, dogged victory for them.
You know, some sides suffer a bit of a hangover when they've been involved in the World Club Challenge, out mentally and physically to get up for that game. And I suspected maybe tonight Leeds might have a lull. You know, they were great last week against Widnes. Here, Brent Webb flying down that sideline. They're going to keep the ball alive now with Liam Hood and just enjoy this last minute.
Again. Oh, and he gets the ball away to Sinfield. He wasn't tackled, Kevin Sinfield. I think he was hurt in the original challenge. Here's Pitts and Maguire. Slides the kick in behind the defence. And Ryan Hall just a touch late. Couldn't get to it. Castleford scrum. Will there be time? Are Castleford interested? Are Leeds interested? 20 seconds to go. Leeds comprehensive winners in the end, but this scoreline, Phil, it doesn't tell the full story. You listen to that, you see it in the papers tomorrow, you don't know the fight that Castleford have given the champions.
No, they've given everything, but they had to give so much of it defending their own line, and eventually that paid, didn't it?
Didn't think they were terribly interested in forming that scrum either side. It's been a real battle on a very heavy pitch. It looks solid enough, but it is quite soft underfoot. Ryan Hall hat-trick, Liam Hood with a try, Maguire with his customary try against the Castleford Tigers, and Callum Watkins. But at the 65th minute, it was only 18-14 after Griffin's try. Dixon missed a couple of goals. It would have been 18 all. In the end, Leeds coming home with a wet sail and looking the champions that they are. But what a battle royal Castleford have given them here tonight.
Well, if the Tigers can build on that performance, they learnt last season it's not how you start the year but how you finish it. Obviously you need enough wins to be in the playoffs at the end. Well, they want to take their team and the movement up the league table. Obviously they're starting at the bottom. It's going to be a slow process.
I worry for them that is 4 on the run that they have now lost.
Yeah, but last year they did it in reverse, didn't they? Started at the top and then dropped down and agonisingly missed out in the playoffs in that last weekend. This year maybe it'll be in reverse. They'll make the playoffs in the last round.
And next week they travel to the capital to take on the London Broncos, who are desperate now for their first win of the season, having been beaten heavily by the Salford City Reds tonight. So it doesn't get any easier for Castleford. I think next week Leeds face Warrington. I think that's live with us, the Leeds-Warrington game. But what a night for Liam Hood. Okay, a big question mark about whether he actually made the line. But they're talking this kid up. He's big, according to them, at Headingley, and he's shown his promise, hasn't he?
The fact he's got great speed, and you know what? If you want to play football or rugby now and be the best, you have to be quick. Liam Hood has speed on his side. He's brave, skillful, and has wonderful vision, as we saw demonstrated in the first time that he took on the line. I'm sure we're going to see big things of him. But Leeds again, very impressive for me tonight here.
A victory in the Stobart Super League and a Man of the Match award for Brent Webb. Here he is talking to Bill.
Brent, congratulations. The scoreline makes it look fairly comfortable in the end, but you went through a bit of a wobbly patch.
Yeah, mate, it's always tough coming here to Cass to play, and it was no different tonight.
18-0, did you get a bit sloppy?
We did. We took the foot off the pedal a little bit, I think, and I think we just slowed down, so no, we needed to pick it up.
18-14, where you get a bit worried?
I don't know about worried, but we knew what we had to do to turn it around, and yeah, that's what we did.
I think people were expecting, or perhaps wondering, whether after the World Club Challenge there might be a bit of a drop-off intensity. I mean, you had no problems at Widnes. Have you felt any after effects of that?
No, you know, I think you know, we've we've dealt with it pretty well, and you know, as long as we can build every week from here, we'll be all right.
Well done tonight, man of the match. Champagne, £100 for a charity of your choice as well. Where'd that go?
Mate, we go to the Kernel Orders in Leeds, thanks.
Well done, Brent. Let's bring Jamie Peacock back, who had a rest last week because he was still trying to get over a visit to the Palace. What was that like?
Yeah, it was a great day for myself and my family. Really enjoyable.
Congratulations on the MBE, but it was back really to the coalface tonight, and it's never easy here, is it?
No, Castle always play a lot better when they play against Leeds. It's their local derby, and you know, it's a real swashbuckling performance from them.
Now then, do you feel the passage of time when a young man like Liam Hood comes off the bench, 20 years of age, buzzing around?
Yeah, it's good for Muddy. You know, he's a pugnacious player, and he's really good because he's from Stanley, the same club as me, so I'm really happy he played well.
Jamie, well done tonight. Thanks for talking to us.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Jamie Peacock, MBE, and another good night's work for the big man. Another good night's work for the Leeds Rhinos. They have won here by 36 points to 14. And I can tell you actually that the margin meter, we didn't get it in towards the back end of the match, but it was predicting that result absolutely to the letter. 9,200 and odd people here. The majority of them, because there were a lot of Leeds Rhinos fans in the crowd tonight, the majority of them I think will go home happy enough. But I do feel sorry for the Tigers, Sean. That's a lopsided scoreline and they don't deserve that.
No, they don't, but that can be a cruel game sometimes, this business. And when they were 18-0 down, I thought Leeds were absolutely, totally in control. And then at 18-10 at half-time, you think, yes, there's an opportunity for Castleford. Then it gets to 18-14, and you think, even more of an opportunity. And they were applying a lot of pressure. They were playing with a lot of confidence. We speak about momentum a lot in this game, and Castleford really had the momentum at the time. But to break a good side like Leeds down, you need a little bit more than that. And they didn't quite have the finesse when they needed it, and they didn't quite come up with the energy in defence, and then Leeds ran in another 18 points, of course. So, you know, in the end, a comfortable victory for Leeds, but of course, if you'd have watched this, I think if you look at the scoreline tomorrow, and you don't see this match, you think, well, they've won that easily. But we all know just how hard they've had to work for that victory, and that's a sign of a very good side also, and I think Castleford are an improved team, and they're probably not too far away from a victory.
Well, they will keep their fingers crossed here. As Phil said in commentary, Steve-O, they did it the other way round last year. Started brilliantly, faded. Maybe better days to come for Cass.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they really muscled up. You know, they were woeful last week against Wigan. We mentioned that. I knew it would be a tough encounter for this Leeds outfit, but, you know, there's a period with about 15 minutes to go, and you think, what a professional outfit Leeds can be. They were absolutely superb. Okay, they tried to force a pass when they really didn't need to, but when they got into a good position, they've got that so much skill, haven't they? You know, the Maguire little step. That was a beautiful, beautiful try he scored. And isn't it great to see a man getting back into top form? Not just Super League form, but international form. And it's only good for the England side that we've got players like that playing. I thought Brent Webb had his best game for maybe 2-3 years. He was here, there, everywhere, absolutely superb. I thought Pitts played well. It was a good all-round performance. Okay, Castle couldn't look at the DVD and say to themselves, we had our opportunities. Maybe they should have had those conversions, which would have made it all square. Maybe just put a bit of panic into the minds of the Leeds players. But they just showed that professionalism late in that game, and it was skill factor from Maguire that just changed it all around.
Leeds won it last year from 5th. They're going to take some knocking off their perch, aren't they? They're determined to see this through this year.
Well, what they've done already, Eddie, is they've shown that they've got through the World Club Challenge period, and I think that's a huge statement to make when you can not only win that but also back up the following weeks with some good performances. I'm sure there'll be some time in the year where it'll plateau a little bit, because it always does. But they're an experienced side, they're a mature side, and they're a very confident side, and they feed off each other. And they've got those individual players. I totally agree with Steve. I think Brent Webb was outstanding tonight. Danny Maguire, again, showed those glimpses of brilliance. And they've got the Rob Burrow who controls, and Kevin Sinfield, absolutely outstanding. And they've got enough power around them and speed and skill to be able to beat any side in this competition.
You talk about certain players that can influence a game. And the reason, as far as I'm concerned, that Leeds struggled last year in the opening part of the season was the fact that they were without Jamie Peacock and Danny Maguire. They have them now. They're both working very, very hard, and we've seen some skill factor from from Maguire tonight was just superb. I mean, he created one of the best tries I've seen for quite some time. The little step, sucks in the defence and then offloads to the wing. You can't look for better than that, and they look exceptionally well. They're going to take some beating.
They are. There's plenty of good teams around, though, who will have something to say. Whether Salford and London we will have to wait and see. But it's another good win for Phil Viva's team. They've beaten London 44 points to 12. And look where they are now in the league ladder, 6th. Okay, Saints play over the weekend, as do the Bradford Bulls tomorrow night. But they're up to 6th, the Salford City Reds. Leeds up to 4th. There's a cluster of teams there on 6 points, isn't there? And plenty of more top quality Super League to come over this weekend, including Bradford against Warrington, which is our Saturday offering for you. Sky